Okay, guys, so it's been quite a while on YouTube, and looks like I abandoned you. I left you guys behind. All right, so I'm just going to go straight. I wouldn't want to take a lot of time. This video might be a long one. All right, so what I decided to do is off the camera, I do have a weekly chart analysis where I look out for what's going to happen, what to expect the next week, and I just mark out those pairs I will be looking at, I will be paying attention to the next coming week, and it just helps me stay organized. I don't have to check through all my pairs. And another beautiful thing I did for you guys was since I decided to share this weekly analysis with you guys, it's going to be very informative, it's going to be very educative. Very helpful, I tell you, right? I tell you, because I got to find out that a whole lot of people are struggling in the Forex space. A whole lot, right? A whole lot. So I decided to come back online and then share my weekly analysis. I'm not necessarily going to tell you what to trade or how to trade what you decide to trade. I might not necessarily tell you entry and exit levels, right? Because doing that, I might not be helping you. I have a copy trade platform for that, right? What I'm going to just be doing here is pure education. I'm just going to show you what's happening on the chart, what to expect, and you can trust that you're going to learn how to probably analyze your charts, how to draw your trend lines, how to look out for key zones. It will be very helpful. Okay, so I said what I decided to do was to add other pairs. Personally, I trade just BTC, GBP, USD, and gold. Right, but since I'm going to be helping you guys, I know you guys also trade a few other pairs as well. So I added that already, as you can see on the side of the screen. I added that already for you guys, and we'll be analyzing it with you every week. So you can expect this analysis every week before the market opens. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best to do that for you guys. All right. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go through. I already picked a couple for the previous week. While I was looking at my charts, I had to add this and then look at a few. But I'm going to run through all of them again. All right. So we'll pick them together. I believe that's okay. Right, so let's move into the chart. So as you can see, I'm already looking at GBP, BTC. Right, BTC has been one of my favorite pairs to trade actually. Right, it's been very beautiful. It's been very beautiful. Up down, like we've just been banking a whole lot of dollars on BTC. Right, so what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to look at I'll look at the monthly time frame, weekly time frame, and then 4-hour time frame. Alright. So for this video not to be long, I might not go in depth into how to analyze from the monthly to the weekly to the 4 hours. Those are just the 4 time frames I use, the 3 time frames I use. Right, I'm not going to do that. What I will just do is to look out for pairs that I'm going to be trading next week. Then I'll do a separate video on how to draw your trend lines properly, how to draw your identify your key zones properly, and all of that. If not, if I want to merge all of that into this one video, it's going to be really, really long. Okay, all right. So I think I should just look at my 4-hour chart and yeah. So I'll start with BTC. I'm going to be looking at BTC. Alright, I've already drawn my key levels and all of that, and you can see it's already it's already on my key level. So you can see BTC is already on my key level here. Alright, in fact I'm in a buy position already. I'll explain that buy position. It's actually, this very position is a high risk trade. Right, I took it and reduced my risks on this trade. I'll tell you why. Alright, so as you can see, it's gone up to this point on, let me show you how I came about the other point, the yellow line. Right, just so you can have an idea. So I went to the weekly time frame and plotted my Fibonacci extension just to have an idea of what to expect. Okay, so as you can see, it matches profit. So I drew from A up to B, this point, right? When I noticed this had happened, okay, it has respected the 50 feet. So I expected it to touch here and then come up here. Now, as at the time I took this buy trade at this point, as the time I put this yellow line here, the price was still down here. There was no price action above this blue bar, right? So I had to anticipate where it could possibly turn, right? So that's what I did basically, very simple. I just took my feed, placed it here, and then identified the possible turn, right? And that's why I made to be my take profit. So now it has gotten there. I took my profit first and then expected a turn. Okay, so what I did was, so once it got here, once it got to this point, alright, initially it did this and I didn't shake, I just allowed the trade run, and then it came down and then did this. Okay, so two reasons I knew it was going to come down. I couldn't take a sell trade from here because it was very consistent with my rule for me. Okay, I needed it to tap this yellow bar. Alright, and you must remember, never chase the chart. Don't chase price. Allow price come to you. Right? I needed it to tap here, and it didn't tap there. Once it came close, of course I know that once it will come close like this and it's fine, it doesn't need to tap. But I needed that for me to form a sell entry reason. Right? And it didn't do that. However, it showed me this candlestick pattern. Yeah, can I zoom that? Yeah, great. So it showed me this candlestick pattern. Where is my pencil? Okay, so it showed me this candlestick pattern. I think I should change this to black so it will make more sense. It showed me that candlestick pattern right there, right, as a reversal sign. Alright, so that's what maybe gave me a good confirmation that it was going to fall. But I still didn't take that trade regardless. Alright, I just allowed it. I would rather wait for it to come here before taking the trade, for it to come back to my blue line before taking the trade. Okay, I'd rather take a buy trade here than this uncertain one. And then as well, you can see it broke the trend line and all of that. That was great. So I just waited patiently. So now it has tapped here. Okay, you notice it did the same thing here. So this is why you don't chase price. Right, you notice how it came close, didn't tap, actually showed a good candlestick pattern for reversal, but went up and then came down. So before it got to this point, I had already drawn, my trend line was like this as at that time. Alright, this was what it was like as at that time. So I already drew this and I knew this was 1, 2, the third tap is usually heavy. Okay, so I held on this trade, I didn't take the trade yet. I wanted it to break, give me a retest and then a continuation before I could enter. Okay, it was going to reduce my profit potential, but I didn't mind. I still was safe for me. Okay, so you always have that in mind as well. Don't chase the price, right? But look what it did. It came up here, broke it, right? And then when it did this, right? Well, I expected another huge sell-off here, like a fake out, but it didn't do that. It didn't do that, and I was just watching it, and I was all right. Let's see what happens. And then it kept on. When I saw these 3 soldiers, I was like, okay, this guy is about to fall. So let me not even panic. But if it doesn't fall, if I get a break and close above this level, I would have gone for a buy. I would have risked it, gone for a buy, and reduced my risk percentage. But great, it fell back down, and then it has shown another great candlestick pattern. Right. Now, the reason I'm taking this trade is practically because of this candlestick pattern. Yes, that's the only reason I'm taking it, because it's happening on a major level. Okay, if you look at the weekly, you'll find that it's happening on a major level. Okay, this is where it's happening right now. All right, that's the reason I took it. Okay, but what I did, since that's not my entry reason, what I did was to reduce my risk, right, on this trade. So I'm going to go for another buy if I get a break of this trend line. If I can get a break of this trend line, I'll be going for another buy. Okay, I'll be going for another buy. I can get a break of this trend line, something like this. If it could do this, come up, come down, and then maybe do this, great. So if it could do this, perfect. I'll go for another buy. Okay, but if that doesn't work, if that doesn't happen, it's okay. I don't mind losing a few bucks here because I reduced my risk. But here I'll go in. The trade I'll take above here would complete the risk here. Okay, so that's what I'm looking out for on BTC USD. So let's go to GBP USD. Okay, so GBP USD has been quite a pain in the butt actually. So I'll show you a glimpse of what my support level looks like, right, on GBP USD. Okay, maybe I should just show you the monthly. Don't worry, I'll do that in another video, guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Alright, so it has broken this long-term downward trend line here. It has broken it. It broke it here, came down, retested, and went up. So I have a very good feeling GBP USD is going to actually tap this level. 1.42 is going to actually tap there and possibly keep going upward and upward until it gets there. Possibly. But that's not in my position to predict. I don't predict like that. I just follow the price. Right? I already have an expectation. All I need to do is just follow the price. Okay? So that's just a glimpse. Just wanted to show you that. This video is just to show you what I'm looking at for this week. Okay. And yeah, so it has done this. It has broken 3 years and been stressed. Really. But however, it came down, did all of these things. I lost this trade because I actually took this trade. I think I should open it for you guys. Okay. So I took this trade. Where's the trade? Yeah, I took this and lost it. Okay, took this loss as well. I didn't take this because I was expecting it. When I saw this and saw all of this weirdness here, I was expecting it to break here and then give me a retest. I don't go below 4 hours. I believe if I go to 30 minutes, 50 minutes, I would say retest here, but I don't go below 4 hour time frame. Right, so I just expected it, and I didn't see it, so I just knew it wasn't gonna go far. I just knew it really wasn't gonna go far. Okay, so I left that, and it did this. I think I took a trade here. I'm not very sure. I think I took a trade here, right? And then when it did this, I was like, okay, thank God, finally I can draw my trend line, because I prefer to draw my trend line like this on the support level or resistance level, and then it tells me what to do next. Okay, so finally it broke. Alright, finally it broke. So I'm expecting a move to the upside. You see how it's playing with us, right? Even came so close to my stop loss, right? So close, right? It's just playing with us, right? This is the 1:10 risk to reward ratio trade, right? I'm taking it to the next zone. Okay. So it's pretty much a long-term trade. So I'm not telling you to place this very trade, right? That's not what I'm telling you to do. What I'm telling you to do is just be aware this is what GBP USD is doing. Okay? So whichever way you trade, whatever strategy you use, smart money concept, sniper, butterfly, falling edge, falling knife, whatever all of those things are, right? Because there are a lot of jargons in the Forex industry right now. But whatever it is you trade, that's okay. Whatever strategy you use, just ensure you're looking at buy positions at this point because of where it is on the weekly time frame, where it is currently. It has broken this, and now it has broken above our major support level. So there's a higher probability the price is going to push up. Even if it doesn't get as high as this, at least it's going to get to this point. Okay, it's going to get to this point. At least 1.37. Do you understand? Right. So you don't go placing sell trades at this point. It's best. Now listen, Forex is about probabilities. Yes, we might be wrong, I might be wrong, right? It might end up reversing and falling back to the support level, this trend line. But it's better to take that sell trade under this support level, right? It's better. Your probabilities of winning, of making the profit is higher under here than on top, right? If you're on top, you want to go up. If you're below, you want to keep coming down, right? It's better. So just so you know, and it could inform your decision this week as well, because I will be looking at, I already have a trade, so I'm not really looking at it. I'll just be watching it and see how it goes, right? And then gold has been doing some wonderful stuff. I also lost a trade on gold as well, right? So gold has done this for me. So let's look at the weekly as well. So gold has been pushing up lately, just going up all-time highs, pushing. And so on the weekly, you might not really see a good structure unless we want to draw our trend line like so. From here, let's see. Let's take this guy up here. Right, some might want to do this, but I wouldn't want to do that. I would rather do this. Okay, I'd rather do that. Okay, and you see it's perfect, so we don't need this, it's pointless. Unless you want to take it from here up here, I don't all of that, it's just they're testing the price. You're looking for reasons to fulfill what you want to trade, that's what you're doing. So this is what I've seen on the 4-hour time frame. Already I know from the weekly and monthly is on an upward trend, right? And then I saw this nice formation here. Okay. Now it has broken. Initially, I took a loss here because at this point I think here, yeah, great. I took a loss here. It came out and then it bounced, and I was expecting, after it broke this, I was expecting it to keep falling, but it didn't, and it then broke out to the top. Right. So let's see how this trade goes. I'm going to be looking at this. I'm already in the trade, as you can see. Right, now how do I get my take profit level? I just use the size of the trade. That's what I use. Okay, I just use that. But you also can use your feed to get a take profit level, actually take profit 1 or a break even level. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this guy. Please, if at any point you don't get what I'm saying, you could ask me questions. I will be very available to help you out as the questions come. We can't really do much here. We can't really do much here with the feed. No, I wouldn't want to do this with the feed. Let me see if we have something on the monthly. Monthly is even more. Monthly, I think we already passed. Let's see. Monthly is already gone. It didn't respect the fib level, so we can't use it. Okay, it didn't respect the fib level, so we can't use it. It didn't touch it, so it's gone. We can, even if we want to use it, it's gone. Unless we want to put another extension, but I feel like that will be chasing the price. So I will just stick to this price action it has shown me on the 4-hour time frame. I'll just stick to this one that has shown me on the 4-hour time frame, and let's see how this goes. So this is also the 1:11. Alright, these are great trades. Okay, so this is what I trade personally, and then let's see. I also identify the couple. So now let's look at what order of you guys might be trading. We'll just take a glance and let's see if we can find any trading opportunities for the week. Yeah, this guy is already, USD/JPY is already on my support level, so we can work with this. Alright, so if you look at the weekly time frame, so like I said, all of this, I've already mapped all of this out. I just need to watch the price play out for me. Okay, I've already mapped all of the levels out on all the pairs I identified. I just want the levels to play out, and then we can take a trade. Okay, so it's currently on my point of interest. Yep. So long as it's above this level, this blue bar, so long as it's above this blue bar, we can expect a buy. Okay, on USD JPY. Alright, so whatever strategy you use, whatever entry strategy you use, that's okay. Just make sure you are trading in the right direction. Okay, so you see a lot of choppiness. This is one of the reasons I don't really like all these other pairs. So these things are manipulation, price manipulation. Right? Price manipulation. Just looking at this already, I could expect the price to come up here first to this level. Right? I could expect the price to come up to that level first. But I don't do all those half trades anyway, so. But it's fine if your strategy allows that. That's okay. You can do that as well. You can do that as well. Yeah, that's that about USD JPY. So we'll be looking at USD JPY this week. You can be watching a USD card. Yeah, so I was looking at USD card as well, and I identified a beautiful trade. Right. In fact, a friend drew my attention to it a couple of days back, and I looked at it myself, and it was really good, really good. So I had to jump in the trade as well. I drew my support levels, as you would know. Okay, I drew the support levels already. I'm just waiting for the price to play as expected. So we can use this as a good entry reason. So you see, this is one of the reasons I like my trend line on the support or resistance level. It's really best. You see how it broke here, retested and then broke here. So I'd rather take my trade down here. Okay, that's nice. Now another thing I was waiting for was for it to break this level so that I'll be sure that this is the next level for it to break. Okay, so if it breaks this level, I know it's coming next to this level, and then if it breaks there, it's coming to tap this support line, upward trend line. Okay, so I'm showing you this just to inform your decision this week. So if you're trading USD card, just be sure you're trading in the right direction, because it looks clearly like it wants to push down. Okay, it's currently on the major resistance level. So it's currently on the major resistance level, and you could be looking for selling opportunities instead of buy. Right. If you must take a buy, I would suggest you allow it to break above this blue line. Okay, so this is my USD CHF chart already mapped out. So I'm not going to be looking at this week because it's still far away from my point of interest. Alright, so I'm not going to be saying it's going to go up or go down. I'm not going to be interested in it. However, from the look of things, it might. Okay, so this is 1, 2, it's broken here, it came down. It hasn't really retested here. It might push up and then fall, or just fall, just speculations anyway. But yikes, what did I do? Oh. Later on, I'll show you guys how to draw these support levels, and maybe in the next video, I'll do a separate video for that one. Okay, so USD CHF, we are not looking at USD CHF this week. Let me see, AUD USD. AUD USD. I left this AUD USD earlier this year. It's just a whole lot of stress. It's just a whole lot of stress. Okay, so AUD USD has already moved from where I was expecting it to. Okay, so we'll get this off the chart. Okay, we'll leave it because there's an open trade on this card. Right, so I didn't get the chance to take the trade earlier, right? So, but thank God it fell back here and gave me another opportunity. But I was expecting a good candlestick pattern, and we just did this huge spike, and I think I can't take the trade on this huge spike. Okay, so I was expecting it to come down here or close and then retest it, but then it did this beautiful stuff here, this candlestick pattern, right? So once I saw that, I was like, okay, let's take it. But when I take trades like this that are outside my my original expectation, I usually reduce my risk. Alright, I usually reduce my risk, so that even if it goes back to what I expect, I could just complete the risk percentage. Right, so I'm not going to be looking at this guy. Let's just go to AUDJPY and see if we would be looking at it as well. So AUDJPY is already, it's nowhere close to my point of interest, so go out of that. So like I said, guys, I'm going to be doing this every week, and we'll pick and identify trades that would pay attention to over the week, and then we can look out for trading opportunities. AUD cards, nope, maybe next week. It looks like it's getting close. AUD CHF, I think it's pretty much going to be the same watch list for last week. Okay, so this guy, there's something interesting here. Let's see what that is. Okay, I haven't completed this chart yet. Okay, should I do that now? Should I not do that now? I already put my line. Right, all I need to do is just to complete the blue bar. So if I'm to complete the blue bar, okay, so let me show you guys. Would that make any sense? What I would usually do is something like this. Let's start with this guy. I'll put my blue bar here, and then do this. Right, so I'm taking into consideration the wick and the candle. Okay, if that makes sense to you. So I'm taking into consideration this body, right? This body, and then the bottom of the wick. Right, see how it matches this guy as well. Alright, see how it plays nicely for this and this candlestick. Now this is a weekly time frame, just for your information. So see how it works perfectly for this guy. Okay, so that's a good one. And if I were to do this, this is a little bit tricky. I would rather use the most recent. Okay, because there's no other price action here. So I'd rather use this and then do this like so. Okay, that's what I would rather do. Let's just check if there's any price action at the back. Nope, nothing. Okay, so this is good. I hope it's not too big, because if it's too big on the 4-hour time frame, I will find a way to reduce it. Okay, yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Alright, so we can work with that. So now we can easily do a trend line here, and let's see how we can work with that. Instead of, so we could use it for those who want to enter early, right? Or for those who want to enter early, you could use this earlier trend line I want to draw now. But for those who are more conservative with their risks, you could wait for this. Okay, but if I were to be entering this trade, right, this is what I would do. The moment it gets to my point of interest, I just draw this like so, and put this like this, and just wait for it to break. Once it breaks, I'm not going to break it. I'm not going to enter a trade because it broke. I'm going to wait for, I'll always wait for a break, a retest, right? I'm going to confirm that retest. That's what I will always do, because it could break, and especially these minor pairs, exotic pairs, you don't want to be playing with them because they're very creepy, I tell you. So once it breaks like this, I want it to retest, come back, tap it, or maybe close, and then break this place again. That's what I want. And that's what exactly it did. I won't enter the trade here because this is a shy break and close. I won't enter it. I'll rather leave it for another bullish candle, and then I'll enter other bullish candle and put my stop loss here. But this we have. Okay, so right now we can actually take this trade. So I'm actually going to take this trade on Monday. Alright, I'll just do this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce my risk on this. Okay, I'll reduce my risk on that. Let me just see if our parameters are still okay. Alright. Okay, so I'll reduce my risks on this. So I'm going to allow it. I'll reduce my risks entering early, and then when it breaks this other trend line, right, and then breaks retest and then goes up, then I'll enter again. So I'm going to have 2 positions on this. I'll just divide my risks by 2. Okay, so this is a good 1:11. So that's how I get my good reward to risk ratio. So even if you lose, imagine if you were day trading. I don't day trade anyway. So imagine if you were day trading and you've lost like 5 trades. Yeah, right. If you're able to catch this and this plays out, you're good. You're in profit. That's another conversation I would have with you guys. Right? How you can take advantage of your reward to risk. The importance of a good reward to risk ratio. Okay. So I would look at this. I would look at this, but I'm not going to put this now so that I don't feel like I've already taken the trade. I'll just add this here. And okay, I think I should just put the text and put take trade on Monday. Let me bring back this thing so I look at it and know what I did. Trade, then I'll add take trade on Monday. Take trade on Monday. Great. Okay. So yeah, we'll do that. How many? Yeah, just 30 pips. Oh, great. That's nice, isn't it? Okay, so we would work with that, and let's look at AUD Are we looking at AUD this week? Perfect. It's just right. I'm close to my point of interest, so I'm going to include this as well. We'll be looking at it. We're not taking the trade yet, so we'll just watch and see how it plays out. Let's look at this guy. Okay, so I will allow this, and we'll look for an entry reason here. I'll use this as a good entry reason. So let me teach you guys something cool. Alright, can I use this? Let me teach you guys something cool. Yeah, perfect. So I'm going to draw the trend line from here. The trend line I can already see is not the trend line I would like. Okay, but there's another thing trend lines tell me. Right, when I see a trend line that is far-fetched like this, I already know this trade would have an issue. Right, when I see trend lines that are like this, once it gets to my support level and I see trend lines that are like this, far-fetched, I already know there's going to be a problem. Right, so I'm practically more careful with this. Practically more careful with this, and then I'll do this as well. So that's great. So I can take an early entry from here. Oh no, come on. I can take an early entry from here. Right, once it does whatever it does and breaks here. Right, I can take that. Or if it does, it gives me a chart pattern here. Right, if it gives me a chart pattern here, I'll take the trade. Okay, if it doesn't give me a chart pattern, it just starts there and then falls. I'll wait for it to break with text before I enter. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this guy. All right, then when it does that, I can then look for another trade to fill up here once it breaks this. Okay. All right. So I hope that that's informative enough for you. So AUD MZD, we might be looking out for a sell trade, but let's see how it goes. If that doesn't work, it will just break, retest, and this is going to be a very short trade anyway. All right. Okay. So let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD is another trade. Another pair I really don't like to trade, actually. But I'll show you guys what to do. So this is on my red list as well because I'm actually looking at it. It's right on my support level. Let's look at the weekly and see what it looks like. Okay, nothing much. It has broken this similar thing, broke it, retested here, and then went up. Okay. Alright, so there's really nothing much on Euro USD. I'm just going to wait for it to fulfill my criterion. I just have just one criterion for this guy right now. So it has done this beautiful structure for me. I just needed to break it and retest. So this is what I mean. You see, it broke here. Imagine if you took a trade here. You're in trouble. You're gone. You get, I needed to break, retest, and then come back. So it has broken and retest and fell back. It was a fake out. And then did it close below this? No. Okay, great. It didn't. Okay, but to be on the safer side, because it tapped this bottom, I'm going to adjust my trend line like so. Right? So you see, when you adjust it, see how perfect this works. You see, right? I use this to adjust, not this. Now there's something I did here. I don't know if you've noticed, but I will tell you that in a very different video, how to draw your trend line. Alright? There are people who draw their trend line like this. That's nice, but you know, it's just advanced information from time to time. I'll tell you guys something about that later. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to wait for this guy. I'll take this out now. I'll just wait for Euro USD to break, retest, and then give me a good trade. Very simple. Euro JPY, what are we doing with you? Okay, so Euro JPY is also close to this, already given a good price action. It has broken here. So what I would do with Euro JPY is, because it has broken, it has formed here already. Okay, I'm going to wait. It has broken here and then came back down, or it hasn't broken here yet. Okay, so I'm going to wait for it to break there. If it does break here, I'll take a buy position. Alright, if it does break there, I'll take a buy position so I can get this out. Okay, so that's good enough. So like I said initially at the beginning of the video, this isn't for you. I'm not telling you what to trade. I'm not telling you to buy or to sell. I'm just letting you know this is what the price is doing currently. Euro JPY is currently trading above a major support level. If you look at the weekly time frame, you could get that. It's trading above a major support level. So if you're selling on a major support level, you are in trouble. Alright, the risk, the probability of you winning that trade is low. That's just my point. Do you understand? The probability of you winning that trade is low, is very low. But if you're buying at the support level, it gets to a support level, it's testing it, and you're getting ready to buy, look for buy positions. Your probability of winning is higher. You understand? Right? Now, if this works out, then we're going to now look for, I will share a video on that as well. We'll look for where the take profit will be, because as you can see, there is no price action here at the top again. There's no price action there. Alright, so we are just going to wait for this to play out, and then let's see how that goes. I'll do a separate video for that. Hopefully it gives us more price action. If it gives us more price action, that will be very great. Very, very good. Okay, so let's see what Euro GBP is going to do. Are we looking at this? Are we not looking at this? Okay, so Euro GBP is not on our radar this week. We'll just let it go. It's far from us, my support or resistance level. Okay, this as well, far from my radar. So we won't be looking at that this week. Euro card. Great. So Euro card is going to be on our radar. It's absolutely on my support level. Let's look at what's going on in the weekly time frame first. Okay. Alright, this is great job. Okay, so easy to trade, no drama. So one of the things we could do is to draw a trend line like so. I think that's the first line of action I can see right now. Drawing a trend line from here. Okay, that's gonna be far-fetched. So I'll let that guy go. I'll just take the trend line from here into this. So this is better for me. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. Yeah, great stuff. So this is better. So I'm just gonna watch this guy. You see, it did a fake out, tried going up, didn't work out. So this would have been a losing trade if we had taken it. Okay? Alright, but that's okay. That's why it's important for you to calculate your risk. And right, so now it's looking to fall. Okay. So we'll wait for it to break this guy and then retest and then give us a good trade downwards. You understand? That's very easy. So now for now, our hands are going to be crossed on Euro card. You see, that's why this is important. So you get to see the grand picture of everything and you can inform your trade. Imagine someone trying to trade inside here now. It's a problem. Right? Or maybe you want to take a buy trade because it broke above because it's a new high here. You're doing the wrong thing, guy. Right? You're doing the wrong thing. So we'll be watching that this week. Euro NZD. I need to be fast so I don't take too long. If Euro NZD, we already have an open trade there. Perfect. Right, so for Euro NZD, we are looking at how beautiful this is. Euro NZD, we are looking at a sell possibility, a high probability of it selling off. Right, a very high probability of it selling off. So we would watch that and see how that plays. Reward to risk ratio is the one. So that's a beautiful one. I'm not saying you should take this trade. My risk is, I take my risk more seriously than my profit. Right? I don't know if I've heard anybody saying that. I take my risk more seriously than my profit. Okay, because if I get my risks right and my analysis is okay, it doesn't have to. I don't need to win. We'll have that conversation when I'm talking about risk to reward, how to probably get positioned for that. Right? Because just winning 20 times out of 100, you could still be profitable. It all depends on the guy. Right? It depends on this. Okay, so you don't need to be right every time. It's not necessary for you to make money for it. Okay, so we're going to watch this. I'm going to part this trade again if I get a break. But if this plays out, I will just let it go. I'm not very good. I don't like trading in the middle of. I prefer yes or yes. Alright, so if this works out, that's great. Okay, so let's look at Euro CHF. Euro CHF is close. It's close. How many pips could this be? That's 9355. This is 9. So it's probably 100 pips. So we'll just include it here and then see how it's really close. So I need, as a matter of fact, I think we can even take a trade actually, an old trade. So let's see what we can get out of this guy. Okay, so this is the weekly, a good drop, hasn't been broken yet, right? So we could still take a buy from here up to this level or touching this. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Let's see what we can do on the, and looking at the weekly time frame, in fact, once I see those repeated touches like that, it really makes me better, makes me happier, because it's going to shoot up. Usually that's what it does when there are repeated touches like that on the support level. On the higher time frame, it's going to shoot up. Right, so this is like 1, 2, 3. It's going to shoot up. So we couldn't get this. Let's just follow this and see how we do with this. Let's start from here. Let me see what this looks like. So I need a wider screen. Okay, so let's do this, and let's draw this and see how that played out. Okay, so we couldn't do that. Alright, we couldn't do that. So let's see what this looks like. If we take this trade from here like so, and then draw a trend line here. Up, down, up, lower, low. Did it break here? Okay, perfect. So this lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. Great. Very great. So we could do this. I'm going to ignore that guy. Mauricio is doing there. We'll do this. Okay, so this one it will give a new structure. Alright, so we could take this, and then this guy over here. Okay. Well, if we had entered this, it would have been a loss if I put our stop loss here. Alright, so this is what we are going to do. Since we have a new high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we'll work with this new trend instead for the week and watch how it plays out. Okay, looks like that's already broken. We'll watch how it plays out. So if we have a break, we have already gotten a break. This break is not very convincing now. It's not very. We'll leave this guy alone for now. Let's leave it alone. What Euro CHF? We'll leave it alone for now. Let's watch more price action play around there. Okay. Let's watch more price action play around there. Unless you want to take a wide stop loss. Okay, but I don't like this middle stop loss, so I'm going to allow this guy. And for now, I'll watch. If I take a trade here, I'll post it on the platform for us so we could see. Okay, I'll post it. So let's leave this guy alone for now. It's not it doesn't look ready. I'll just leave it on the watch list there. We'll be watching it to see how it does. It doesn't look ready at all. Let's see if there's a price, a candlestick pattern on the weekly time frame. I don't see any candlestick pattern on the weekly time frame. So let's leave this guy alone. Let's just leave it there. Avoid it, like please. Avoid Euro CHF. Okay, so let's go to card JPY. Okay, no. We don't have a trade there, so let's card JPY go. And it's very far from my point of interest. So let's go to card CHF. Do we have a trade? I think this is a very beautiful trend movement. Yeah. Okay, so card CHF, we don't have a trade as well. It's in the land of nowhere, right? It's completely in the land of nowhere. So let this guy, I'll leave him alone for now. Let it come back. If it traces back here, great. We can then look for a sell or a buy around it, depending on what it does. And then we now have a base, a good support level. Yeah, we could work with instead of right now. We don't know where it's falling to, right? And we can't use any feed to get a good. It didn't respect the feed. Even if it did, we can't do anything with it because it's already moving. So we'll let it go for now. NZD-USD, do we have a trade on NZD-USD? NZD-USD looks like it has already moved. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so we don't have any business with this dude right now. It has already moved. Like I said, I don't like taking trades inside here. But if you want to, that's okay. Look at this beautiful trade. It's okay. Very beautiful. If you want to, that's fine. Oh. So if you want to, let me get rid of this. If you want to, that's very fine. You can easily do that, but I don't want to. But if you're going to take a trade right now, you should be looking at selling. Okay, you should be looking at selling on NZD-USD instead of buying. Alright, unless it breaks here, then you can look for a buy up to this level. Right, otherwise just look for selling down here. Okay, so I'll leave that guy. I'm not taking any trade unless it goes back to my resistance level. And NZD-JPY, I'm not taking any trade on NZD-JPY as well. So let this go. I'll let that go and let's see how that plays. Do I need this? No. NZD card. What do we have on NZD card? Same thing, that's it's one roughly 100 pips as well. Should we include this? Should we include this? It looks like it's going to fall, so let's include it. So put this on our radar. We'll be watching it as well. Possibly we could have a trade here on Friday, Thursday or Friday, probably. But let's see if that doesn't work. Let's just see how that goes. NZD-CHF. Same thing with NZD-CHF. Very close. Let's see how that plays out as well. GBP USD. So we don't have a trade on GBP USD yet. Okay. We'll just be watching it. If there's anything that comes up, I'll let you know. What do we want on NZD GBP? It has already tapped here. Looks like it's going up. But really, we can actually take a good trade if we want to do this. But this usually does not play out properly. Okay, so what we can do it's still going to put my stop loss away from my resistance area or support area. I usually don't like that. No, okay, GBP here. Let's take my stop loss away from my support level. Let me fine tune this guy. Yeah, it's okay. It's good. Take my stop loss away from my support level. I really don't like that. But if you have a close above this level, alright, I think we can take a trade. Trade will look like this. Take a buy trade above here. Stop loss will be here, and then the profits will be the next major level. I don't like that trade. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna take it. Even if it plays out, I won't take the trade. don't like it. So I'll just let this guy go. I'll let it slide. And it looks to me like it's forming a double top. That's what it's doing. I would rather take a trade on GBP if it taps my trend line. I think I'll be more comfortable with that if it taps this trend line. So I won't take this. Okay, but you could if you want to. If your strategy supports or allows you to do that, that's fine. That's okay. So GBP AUD, same thing, very close. So I'll just wait for price action around here, and then let's see how that goes. Yeah, I think I actually can take this. Let's see what happened here. Because if you actually know what you're doing, even if you arrive late, you can actually take a good trade and just join the bandwagon of profitability. So this is a break, a retest, and then it broke above here. And if you check, you find out where did it break. This guy, you'll find out it hasn't broken. Let's just put this here, 364 pips. Nah, on a GBP pair, nah, I'm not doing that. The risk is going to be too much. It's going to be too much, especially if you're trading a small account. You can't take this trade. Don't even stress. You'll blow your account. Don't even stress yourself. You're trading all those $10, $50 accounts. Don't stress yourself. And the risk reward is not even that great. Now let it give us something else. Right, so I'll be watching price action around this area, and then I'll let you know when there's a need to take a trade. GBP card. Okay, nice. So GBP card, we also don't have anything on GBP card right now. We don't have anything on GBP card right now, so just let it go. Right, let me see where this line is coming from. Yeah, so you can risk it. Okay, so I would include GBP card as well. So since this is a weekly trend line, this is a weekly upward trend line. Alright, and it looks like that we're even actually on the third touch right now. So if it still touches the trend line again, I could look for buying opportunity. Right, it touches here. Right, we could look for buying opportunity. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. Those are the pairs I will be looking at this week: GBP card, GBP AUD, GBP JPY, NC, NN, ZB card, Euro CHF, Euro NZD, Euro card, Euro JPY, Euro USD, AUD NZD, AUD CHF, and AUD USD, USD card, USD JPY. Yeah, those are the pairs I'll be looking at this week. So if I take any trade on these pairs, I would do well to inform you guys about it. Meanwhile, my BTC trade is still cooking nicely. Let's see how that goes. Right, so that's what we'll be looking at for today. This is what the weekly analysis looks like for today. So I'll do my best to making these videos available for you guys on a weekly basis. Alright, so we could forecast into the week together and see what trades we could take. Alright. In all you do, don't forget, trading is a game of probabilities. Don't ever get carried away with your winning streak. Don't ever get carried away with a very good looking setup. Don't get carried away. It's a game of probability. Protect your risk and then enjoy the profit as it follows. Yeah, feel free to like, share, and subscribe so that you get notified when I post other videos, particularly those impromptu videos of me taking a trade live. That will be helpful for you. Okay. Alright, so I'll subsequently do a couple of other videos. I'm looking at doing a video on how to draw your trend line properly, how to identify key levels, and then how to pass the Pro Frame challenge. right? I will share that video with us eventually. Peace out, guys.